Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Ada's Dream playthrough. So, as I mentioned from the first playthrough, we're going to be doing a playthrough with some of the modular elements that can be switched around. And then we are upping the difficulty, which this level 2 solo bot's been basically kicking my ass. So, I'm going to go over what the changes are for the setup in terms of the modularity. And then we're going to hop into the game. So, the rule book has 3 sections of the game that can be changed out kind of by default. And then there's a few extra things that are on the solo rule book that also have the expansion stuff that have a couple extra stuff in there. So the stuff just based from the base rule book, the universities can be switched around for the middle and the southern universities, so the blue and the orange ones. There's only 4 spots for each color. But there are 7 tiles for the blue ones and 8 tiles for the orange ones. And so stuff's moved around. Actually, that ends up being the same one from randomizing. But this one, and this one aren't even on there pre-printed. So you can see that we got some different things there. We have the breakthrough rewards. So you can see here, pre-printed, instead of 2 money, we'll get 2 coal. We'll go up on a... innovation, we'll get a book, and we'll either move our die up or down a value. And then we have the goals, so the objectives. The objectives that are part of the base game. There are a set of these objectives that are A and B, so we're going to choose all A or all B. There's a handful of, I think 4 of each or something. I don't know, there's a lot of them. And it'll switch out what they do. So by default, there's 3. You have to have 3 different rooms. Here we have to have 5 no science cards and 2 of the program tiles. Here we need to have something in Bristol and in Manchester and 2 purple cards in a column. And then with the extra stuff, there are some larger ones, and you can mix these as well as long as they follow the same A or B. And these actually have different point values, so they're a little harder to do, which there'll be more points. So this is have constructed a minus and a multiplication and a plus gear, and then this one's going to be having 2 discs in the same institution and 2 discs in the leftmost meeting room. The cool thing with a lot of those objectives is that they end up interacting. They are involved with other parts of the game. So by default, they're just kind of okay, if I focus on that thing, I'll get that. But here, this is green and yellow. This is basically blue and purple. This is just purple, and then this is blue. This is purple and yellow. So we've got kind of a good mix here. One of the other elements that's added from the extra stuff are these workshop tiles. And the way that these work, they mix up what the values are there. But whenever you take activate any of them by taking a die from there or by another effect, like here, you're going to flip this over, and there's going to be a thing on the back, and that'll change what the effect is. So we have basically a moving thing here of what those abilities are. If something lets you take 2 of those rewards, when you flip it, you can actually take the other side because they're different rewards. So you can actually use this, for example, and get 2 different things on the same space. The AI will just flip the tile when they take it during their turn, when they take dice on their workshop turns. And then finally, what we have there are 4 Ada Lovelace cards. You can see the bot's got one of them. And so instead of getting a level 1 card, everybody gets one of these. And these are these SN 2024 promo cards. So we each got one of those. So I just gave her a random one when I have a random one as well. And the level 2 bot prioritizes green. And this is their setup here. So we'll do their setup real quick. They get 2 assignment cards. They go up 2 on the innovation track, and they get a book. So let's go ahead and set them up, and we'll get the game started. So there's their book. We'll give them their 2 assignment cards, so green, and they're going to give this as green because that's their priority color. So they're up 2 on green. And now they're going to innovation. So we got a good mix of stuff here from when it comes with dice, so we'll kind of see how that's going to work out. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it here. We'll roll their die. So if you don't know how to play the game, go ahead and check out my playthrough of that before, because I do get involved. I get into how the game is played. This is just going to be more so if you know how to play the game, you can follow along. So let's go and roll. They're going to pick 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They take the highest value die here, which is going to be this one because they're picking their preference. Push out the lowest value die. This flips. They get a solo reward. It's a 1 here, so they're going to go up on a track, the yellow track. And then because it's a 1 value, they're getting another solo reward. Or 2 values, sorry, less than 3. Then they're going to do their assignments, which they have no yellow. They're going to spend their book to publish. and then they're going to put this into their bag, and their turn is done. So that's their workshop turn. We're going to take our first turn. Our Ada card is going to be going up on the innovation track and either getting a gear or, what does that mean? Does that mean we get to take a add a program to your machine and get the rewards? That's interesting. I don't even have to mess with Ada Study to basically get those things. That's really interesting. Okay. So that's a 2 or 3 for that. It's a 3 for this one, and then these are going to be what it costs to, whatever it costs to do that. We have a good mix of dice here. They're going to focus on green, so I might want to try to like jump them if I can on the green stuff. That just could come in handy for us. So I'm going to bump this here to bump this out and take a brass. It's going to give us this 2. I don't have anything on. Oh, let's play a card. We'll play this Ada card, so we'll go up on. Oh, we started here. We'll go up on this track, and then I can take one of these, and I think I'm gonna take this. I think I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna slot it into here. No. This flips over, by the way. I'm gonna slot it into here, so I'm gonna activate this to slot this into here, and I'm gonna just cover it up to go up on 2 tracks. We're gonna go up. We're going to go up 1, 2. We're going to copy them. And then this will slide. And then, yeah, let me just make sure I'm not misreading that. That seems like a crazy powerful card. Gain any one move. Oh, move any one program in your machine. Okay, it's move a program in your machine. Okay, never mind. So I go back down on that. Okay. Move a program. It's an easy way to get the gear. So I'll take the gear. And then I was going to say, that seems crazy. And then I'm going to publish to bump this up. Let's move it up on that. And that's going to call our turn. So they're going to take from the bag to get one of their dice out. Now the first value is going to be a 5. So we're going to place that 5 there. They're going to go to the nearest university. So the nearest university here is going to be here. It's likely going to let them take a card, but they'll take a disc, place that disc here, and then that's number 3. So number 3 for their reward is going to be gain a partner card from the display, and then they're going to take from, because it's a value 5, they're going to take this one, add that to their stack. We'll slide down, we'll slide down. They don't have the bonus over here, but they're going to build that and end their turn. All right. So taking a green action could be good. I think I'm going to probably do that, but I want to probably snag another green die before I do that, and then I think I might. So the only spot for me to snag a green die is up here because the values are too low here. So we're going to move this 1 over here to bump this out. I'm going to get a book, which is nice. We're going to flip that. I haven't nothing on assignment, but we will spend the money to play this. So my 5 turns into 4. I will get to go up on a track. We'll go up on the green track, and then I'll get another book. And then we're going to... do I want to spend my book to move up? I will. I'll spend a book to move up. Okay. Our turn is done. They're going to draft a die. So a 6. They're going to take this 3, push out this 1. Whoops. They get a solo reward. Because it's a 1, they get another solo reward. They're going to look. They don't have any blue. And then they can't construct a die, or a gear, or publish. So they're going to throw that in their bag. And their turn is over. Quick and snappy. Quick and snappy. Okay. Let's make some use of this green area. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to spend 1 innovation. Oh, hold on. Let's do this first. We're going to place this die out, and we're going to place it out. We're going to place this out here. No, we're going to place it out here. We're going to spend 1 innovation to take this. And we're going to place this on here. It's going to give us 2 money and up 2 tracks. So 2 money. We go 1, 2, which means we get a breakthrough. It's another book. And then because now we get this advanced action, we are allowed to get this ability, which is 2 more money, because we get below. We get the gain the reward from an empty space on a lower level of the same institution. So we get that, and then I think that counts, right, or no? Does that not work that way? Hold on, let me double check. Where is the advanced action? Assignment cards. Let me go to the institutions area. It says, okay, select one of the lecture halls. The level, okay, the space are divided into 4 institutions. Level 1 will span all 4 institutions and may not hold any disc. Each lecture space has 2 to 6. Pay the cost. Remember not to place discs in level 1. Gain effects shown. So it says level 1, which spans all 4 institutions. But I think it doesn't, I don't think that counts. So we're actually going to do a small mulligan here. We're going to go 1, 2. We're going to put back the money. I don't have a card draw, so we're going to put back the 2 money. I'm going to put back the 2, or no, was that the 2 money that I... Yeah, I'm going to take the 2 money from that. I'm actually going to spend an additional 1 to go up on this track instead, and I'll draw 2 and get a book. And get the book. We'll do that instead. And then that way, I'm able to use that later on. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to go here for that instead, for level 3. And then I can spend a book to swap out a die from... swap 1 die from your board with any die in the workshop. That's not going to super matter for me, so I'm going to let that go. So can I construct a gear? I don't have any coal, so I can't construct a gear. So that's kind of a waste of a thing, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay. I'm not guaranteeing quality gameplay here. Okay, we have another blue die here for them. So they're going to go to the nearest university. This is 1 space away. I think it's this one. Because this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2. So they're going to go here. They're going to place a disc there. I think that gets them probably 2 solo rewards if I were to make a guess. That's going to be number 4. Oh, wait a minute. So it says gain solo reward, and then it says increase the topmost leftmost possible dice pip by 1. Oh dear. I'll have to do some math on that, and then that bumps up. They're not up high enough, and then they can construct this gear, and then their turn is done. Okay, well, that's something we have to start considering, I suppose. Okay, I could take that green 6, or I could place this out and go there again and take one of the lower. Or do I still pay? Pay the innovation cost, the cost of any level below that neither contains. Wait, pay the cost of the level plus any level below that neither contains nor are below one of your discs. Wait, what does that mean? The cost of the level plus any below that neither contains nor are below one of your discs. So I just have to pay 1 for that level. The cost of the level you're placing is always counted. Okay. So I don't want to place out another one of those. So this could be good. Bump me up an innovation track. So I take a 1 or a 2. I think this might be a good option. We're going to go here to bump out this 2. It's going to get me... Wait, did I take this? I did take this book, so this flipped over. I get to go up on a track, and I'm going to gain an innovation. We're going to take this 2. We're going to play this to go up on the innovation track as well, and then take one of these cards. The card we're going to take is going to be this one. which will give me on innovation, and I'll get the bump up on the red track. I'm going to tuck this here. We're going to activate assignment, which bumps this up again. And then I'm unable to build a gear, and I'm unable to go up on this track, so we're going to end our turn. Man, I'm kind of making that like not very efficient. And then let's draw our dice out of the bag. Okay. All right, let's see what they take. So they're going to do 2. They're going to move this one out to push this one out. This flips. They get a solo reward. Then get another solo reward, which will activate that. They don't have yellow to activate, and then they're unable to publish or to build a gear. So we're going to add that to their bag. Their deal is done. I would like to move up on this to get another one of these, but I don't think that's going to... Actually, yes, we can do that. Okay, we're going to take this 2. And we're going to place this 2 here. Okay, we're going to get one of these tiles. We're going to take the 2 adjacent green ones to go up on 2 tracks. We go up 1 track here, it gets me 2 coal. We'll go up on this track here, it gets me a book, which I think I got the book and I didn't put it back, so I'm going to just keep the books I have. I don't know that I got that. I think I kept that book, so that's my book. And then we get one of these rewards. We're going to take one of these, and I think I'm going to take... I'm going to take this one. So I go up on green, or I want to go up on blue twice. I'm going to take this one to go up on green, get a money, and draw a card. So we go up on green, we get a money, we draw a card. Then this refreshes. So then that was my 1 action there. Then I get to take another 1 action I didn't take. I will take the book. And then do I want to build a gear or do I want to place out a disc? I think I need to start building gears. Actually, no. This is what we're going to do. We're going to place a disc. We're going to spend a book to place a disc. We're going to place this disc here. And then I get to activate this ability, which gives me this, which is 2 money and 2 movement on a research track. So we're going to go 1, 2 on that research track there. Okay. Okay, I think that's right. Okay. Got to find other ways to build some discs, but I think just being able to kind of give myself some of that space works out really, really well. All right, we're going to take the AI's turn. They are on their action turn. So this is going to be a 4. They're going to go here. Come on. There we go. They go there for a 4. They will take the 2, 3, 4 program tile here. Let's pop that there. Then they're going to take an assignment card based on their color. They're going to take that one. Whoops. Gives them a bump up on here, which gives them a solo reward, which gives them another bump up, which is going to be on this one. Then they get a solo reward for taking that, which bumps them up here. These will get removed. Then if they were high up enough, they would gain another thing, and then they can't publish and they can't construct. So they are done with their turn. Cool. Back to a die turn for them. Okay. All right. What do we want to do here? We've got a decent amount of resources here. I want to get up on that green. I could take another green die, bump up on this. Wouldn't be bad. I like the idea of yellow as well because I can get myself some stuff over here, but I don't have any yellow cards. If I place the green die, I've got a ton of innovation, so maybe we can do something like two in the same institute. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to place this out here. for this. We're going to spend 2 for that. The cost of the level plus any level below that neither contains or nor are below one of your discs. Wait, why am I having a hard time understanding that? Hold on, let me just make sure. The cost of placing a disc is each level is the cost at the particular level plus any level below that neither contains nor are below one of your discs, i.e. each level between the disc being placed and your next highest disc. So green would pay 3, 4, 5 because they're the in between. So the one in between it. I don't know why that like breaks my brain for some reason. Yeah, because so for example here, if they placed the level 5 out, it cost them 2 plus 2 because they don't have anything there. So this should only cost me the 2 to place my disc out. So it should only cost me 2 because I'm going to place here. I get to go up on every single track once. So 1, that gets me a bump up on here. 1 and 1. So I've done that, and then my advanced action will be to take this, which will get me 2 bumps and 2 money. So the 2 bumps are going to go 1, 2, gets me a die pip move, which will pip this up to a 2. And then I'm going to construct a gear now. Okay, that was like a lot of stuff going on there. We'll place that right there with the coal and that there, and I think my turn is done. Okay, I think that's it. Man, that was a lot. Sorry about that. I was like getting lost in the sauce there. So they're going to take a die. 3. 1, 2, 3. They move this out to push this out. Solo reward, and then another solo reward that bumps them on a track. They bump up on yellow because that's the active die. They don't have any yellow cards here, and they're unable to build anything, so they're going to take this and put it into their bag. And then their turn is done. Our go. We've got to take a die here. Again, I'm kind of shutting them out of blue, but I need to get some yellow because I want to be able to do this, and that yellow die, there's 1. So maybe we'll do this. We're going to push... No. We're going to push this out to go here. That's going to let me move a die value up. We're going to increase this to a 3. This flips. I'm then going to play... I think I'm going to play this, costing 1 money to move a die value up again. We're going to move this up to a 4. For this action, I don't have any yellow to run. And then I'm going to use my... Oh, I can't use my book to move up on that. And I can't construct a gear. Darn it. Okay, that's okay. So actually, let me do a mulligan. We're going to turn this back down to a 3. We're going to play this instead to gain the 2 coal and the... here. And I'm going to spend a book to move this up. Like that. Okay. There we go. That's our go. They're going to draw a die from the bag. This is going to be a 3. So it's going to be yellow. So for yellow, they're going to take the leftmost room here. Then they're going to take this card. They're going to cycle the market as usual. That slides over. And then they don't have any bonus rewards, and then they're going to complete that gear. Okay. I've shut them out of the yellow card. Well, there's like gray dice out there, but they're not going to do the yellow for a while, so I've shut them out of that a bit. I was sort of hoping to place a die out there, and I can play something, so that might be the thing, because I need 2 things left on the left side here, and I can claim that objective for 10 points. They're going to claim that objective first, so I kind of want to race them to it. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that, but I've got to figure out the best way to use this. I think we're going to stick this here. We're going to take the yellow action. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to place a disc here. I'm going to place that disc here. And we can take any one of these cards. And this objective wants no science cards, or 5 not science cards. So if I want to really focus on that, I can start getting rid of some science cards, which might be my Ada card, because I'm not really utilizing that all that well. But that's really good. Actually, they're all science cards, so I kind of have to take something. This lets me move die values up, which I kind of like. This is here, so I'll score this at least. So I think I'm going to go for this one. What's going to make me replace something, and I'm going to replace my Ada card. Sorry, girl. This goes in my hand. I'll get to draw a card. This will get removed. We'll slide down, and then I get to play a card from my hand for free because of the spot I'm on. And I have the card that I just got, which could be really good. 2 bumps on a track. Really nice. 2 coal. I think that's what I'm going to go for. So I'm going to play that out. Bump on this track. Bump up here gets me a book. Bump up on this one. Then I'll get 2 coal. And then as my final action this turn, I'll take this. And my turn is done. Feeling really good about my my chances here. Okay, we're gonna roll and take a die. Let's see what they take. So they take 5 here. They move this out. Move this out. Whoops. This flips. They get a solo reward. They don't have any pink, and then they are unable to build anything. So this goes into their bag. They're not really placing anything out, which makes me feel pretty good. Okay, there's 2 green dice, which they're kind of big. But if we take pink, we can move up in here and get another 2 coal, which I think is what I want to do. If that's the case, we could maybe play... So move this here to bump this out. Whoops, that was a 3. That's going to give us a card draw and a coal. We're going to play that to go on this track and get 2 rewards. The first reward is going to be this one. We're going to pip this die up to a 4. And then the second reward is going to be this one to take the brass. I activate assignment, which gets me 2 more coal. And then I'm going to build a gear. And we're going to build one of our minus gears. We're going to build that minus gear here. Okay, cool. Draw a die from their bag. This is going to be a 4. It's another yellow action. So with yellow, they're going to take this here and place the disc for that. They'll cycle the market. Slide, slide. Construct this gear. All right, cool. Okay. Okay. I don't know if this let 2 discs in the leftmost room, if I stack a disc up here, I think that counts. So if I take this, I can put the disc there and get that objective. I assume that's the case because that makes me win majority for doing that. So I take that's what we can do if I decide to do that. I think that's what I'm going to try to go for. So if I go to place this 3, what would be a good option for me to take something different colors? Could go here, bump up on this twice. Different non-consecutive numbers. So I'd have to have like a 6 here for that. Descending, I could place that here, but then that's going to kind of be stuck there, and that's only going to give me 4 points, which is not a lot if I plus that. But I can get a lot of stuff, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. Let's do different non-consecutive numbers. We'll drop this here because it really doesn't matter for this. Okay. We'll take one of these. If I want to do 3, if I want to do non-consecutive numbers, This can be all different colors, so I'll take this one. That might just be an easy 6 points and plop something there. But that's going to get me 2 rewards from here. The first reward is going to be this, which is a card draw and a coal. No, I don't want that. I want the 2 money and a coal. And then I'm going to take this one again as the brass and the card draw. And then I'm going to take one of these assignment cards. The assignment card I think I want is this one. So it gets me another movement on it. It gets me a thing out there. I'm going to place this assignment card on... I think I'm going to place it on green. No, I'm going to place it on blue because there's a lot of chances for blue to happen. So I'm going to bump up this, but I'm going to place it under blue. This gets removed. These slide, these slide. Then I'll get to get a book and a gear. And then I'm going to take the action here by spending a book to take one of my discs. We're going to take this disc, place it here to let me play a card at no cost. I'm going to play this card, which will let me go up on a track. I will go up on this track, and then I will get to place a gear or get a book, and we're going to place the gear. So we're going to spend 2 brass to place this gear like that. And at the end of my turn, I'm going to place a disc here for getting that because I've got 2 in the same institution and 2 in the leftmost room. Okay. Okay, and I think I have 3 non-science cards. I need 2 more non-science cards, which will have to be this one. And if I get the multiplication gear out, I can get that one built. Okay, so their turn now. 5, they're going to push this here. Moves that out. They're going to get a solo reward for that and a solo reward for this. This flips. We're going to give them dice there, and then they're going to get another solo reward for more yellow dice for it being a 2, which is going to bump them up on a track. It's going to be the purple track because that's the color of the die. They've got nothing on assignment, and they can't flip a gear, but they add this to their bag. Now their turn's done. Okay, we need to take a die. I think I'm poised to go up on the green track some more. They haven't done anything on the green track, which is kind of fun for us. But I don't want those high values, which is the tough part. Is there a good 3 out here? There is a good 3. So we're going to go here to bump this out. That gives us a bump on this. It gives us the coal and a card draw. We're going to add in the dice. We get nothing on the... we're not having an assignment, but we're going to play out this, which is going to get us up on here. Give us this, and give us an assignment card. I'm going to spend the 2 to take 2 bonuses from out here. This flipped over, by the way. So I'm going to take this bonus to get another one of these. Take this bonus to get one of these and draw the card. And then the assignment card we take is going to be... I want the green one. Manchester and Bristow. I don't know that I'm going to care too much about that. We're going to take this one. It's going to give us another brass, and it's going to move us up on green. And I'm going to tuck it under green. Okay, that was a lot that happened there. And then I still have to either pay to move my thing up or construct a gear. And I'm going to construct a gear. I'm going to spend 4 of my brass that I have and 3 of my coal to do this multiplication gear. That's going to go here. And then at the end of my turn, now that I have placed out each one of those, I get to take another disc off and place it there. Wait, is that where? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. One bag of dice. We're going to take a die from their bag. So it's a 3 in this case. That's going to be this here. Then because it's 3, they take an assignment card. They're going to take this blue one here. going to bump them up on... where did their thing go? Bumped them up on this track. I guess they would have been bumped up. Yeah, I don't know how... Maybe they were here. I don't know where they were. I must have knocked them, so we're going to put them there. They're going to gain a solo reward, which gets them a book. And then they're not quite here yet, so they're not going to take that. And they do have a book, so they spend this to place this where they're going to earn the most points. And currently it's going to be this spot or this spot. So they're going to place it there. I don't think it matters because they're going to get 2 points from going here. Here they would deny me points, but not necessarily get the most. And here they've already got this majority, so I think that would yield them more points. Because this, if they tie me here, they end up getting the ×1 thing. Let me how many cards do they have? 1, 2. So if they go there, they get 2 points for that, as opposed to they still have 2 points basically. Because if they're tied here, we're each going to get the 1 token. If they stay here, they get the 1 token. Versus here, they get 2 points if they place there. So I think that gives them more points to work with. And then they're going to get another solo reward, and then their turn is over. Okay. It's like I'm just trying to keep track of everything. Okay, this can go here and fulfill that just fine. What action will we take? I think I want to take one of these actions here. So we're going to go here. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, we'll go here for that 3. We're going to use it to take... I could move around, but I do think I want to go here. So I'm going to spend 3 money to go here. I can take any 2 of these cards, and I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to remove from my deck I want to keep that one to draw up. I don't know that I'm going to be moving around too much, but I do score that card. I want this for the pluses, but I think I'm okay. So we're going to remove that. Keep that card. These slide down, and then I'll get to play a card for free. What does this do? So Wong Fu, I can spend a book to place out something. Wong Fun. Gain an innovation, gain a workshop bonus, spend 1 book to place a disc on a university tile, do not gain the reward. On any university tile? Holy cow. That could just get me this, which would be awesome. Okay. But I do think I kind of want to place this out to get, but I can't place out the brass. Maybe we play this one. Because if we play this one, we take an assignment card and get ourselves some stuff. So we're going to play this one for free. It's going to bump us up on this. We'll take this assignment card. It's going to cost... No, we'll take this assignment card, which will bump us up 2 times. 1, 2. Bumps us up on this. And then I'm going to spend this immediately to gain 2 things from here. We're going to gain the coal and 2 money from this one. And then I'm going to gain the card draw and the brass from that one. That slides down, that slides down. And then as my last thing, I don't think I want a multiplication because I really can't afford it. So we're going to spend this and this to build that there. Just get that built out of the way. Okay. The bot's going to go. They're going to roll. 4 is going to be here. So they push this one here. Boom. Boom. That moves out. They get a solo reward, which is a movement on a track. Gray is going to make their most preferred. That bumps up because it's a 3. They don't have anything there, and they can't... Oh, they can build a gear. So they're going to build a gear, put this into their bag. Their turn is done. Okay, we're speeding along here. Hopefully I haven't made any rules mistakes. There's a chance I have because I'm kind of going quickly. But I think we're in a good spot. So, okay. what do we want to do here? I might have to forego this one, but with this, I can get this one pretty easily, especially if I throw up I throw up one for Manchester and I make myself over to Bristol. That could be pretty easy to achieve that goal. Well, I need another purple here, though, to do that. I've got to get some gears built out, so I need some brass. What is the best way to get some brass? I need to get at the top of these tracks. So in the level 2, any of the tracks that they don't get they get the ×2, they get the ×1 by automatically. So I do want to try to get that, especially the green one. I can stop them from getting up there, which I probably will go for green here. But I won't be able to play a card because it's going to be too costly. So we're going to bump this here to bump this out. That's going to let us go up on this track. We'll flip this over. I don't want to spend the 5 money, and I don't have 5 money to play this guy, but we will get 2 on this. We go 1, 2, gives me this tile, and it gives me a book. And then I'll go ahead and spend the book and the 3 to bump this up, like that. And that is going to be my go. Yeah. Okay. 6 turns left. This is going to be a 2. Whoops. It's a yellow action. They're going to take the one. They're going to take the one that it says the room in which the disc would win a majority. If tied, the room that would get the most points. So the would win them the majority would be this one. They take that card. This slides down. They don't have enough to get them a solo reward, and then they will build this out, and that's their go. Okay, I'm at the top of green. Okay, I'm going to place this green die out. We're going to place it out here. And we're going to spend 1, 2 to place a disc here, because it only cost me 2 because I have something in the next level. So it's 5 money, 3 brass, and a coal. And then I get to take anything below that. I'm going to take this one. Gain any additional reward from any empty space on a lower level of any institution. I'm going to take this one to gain a card. I think I'm going to take this card, so it's going to bump me up here, and it gets me another one of the... Do I want that? Yeah, I want this. We'll tuck it here, and then I'll use it to buy a gear, or get a gear. That slides down, and then as my final thing on the turn, I'm going to build this gear out. So this gear gets built there, and then my turn is done. They have a die they're going to take. So 1, they're going to push this out to get this here. Solo reward, that gives them an innovation bump. Then they're going to get another solo reward for it being a 3. Oh, and they get up on this, which they'll bump up on this to get another solo reward, which gets them another track bump, which bumps them up on here. But because they hit this, they're going to be able to place out an objective on their preferred one, which will be that one because it's green. And then they can construct this, and this goes into their bag. Okay. I need to get a blue die played so I can do some stuff here, because I'm going to use this ability to pip up a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to grab some blue dice for that. And they're all kind of high valued. So we're going to go here to bump this out. That's going to get me a brass. This will come to my board. I'm going to move up on this once. And then I don't have the copper. So I'm going to spend my 4 money for that to play this. It's going to get me, not the copper, I don't have the coal. I'm going to spend 2 coal and a thing for that. And I'm going to spend 1 coal and 2 money to play that. I guess play that here maybe. Play that here. No, I'll play that here. Okay. My turn is done. I'm going to draw from our bag. It's a blue die. It's a 5. With it being a 5, they go to the nearest university. The nearest university doesn't have one of their tiles. This is 1, 2. In case of a tie, they're going to go to this one because it's directional. Oh, actually, yeah, it would be the because this is north, this is south, this is southeast, this is northeast, and this is northeast from them. So they go to this one because it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2. Or actually, this is 1, 2. But they just go to the nearest one. It just says the nearest one. And that's more northwest or northeast. And that's northwest. And that's what they took. So we're gonna go there. Place a disc out. I think that gets them 2 books maybe, or a book and a solar reward. Gain 2 books. Okay. Then they're gonna construct. Let's see. They're on this, so they'll move to the next town, the closest town they can. That's 1 space away. So they'll go here, which gets them, I think, a movement and a solar reward. That's number 5. Or 2 solar rewards. Book. And then they construct this. Okay. So I've got to get this built out, which is fine. And I've got to find myself a gear. So we're going to go ahead and place this out. We're going to place it out here. That's going to let me move any number of spaces that I'd like. And I have 5 money. So we're going to go here for 1 money and then here for 2 money. So it's going to cost me 3 money total. I'm going to place a disc there. It gets me a purple gear and it gets me change my pips on here. So we're going to turn this into a 4. Then, because I do have the bonus to move to another city, we're going to move to this. We can go to this one for free. We'll go to this one, which gets me a gold and 2 more on this, because that's connected to it. It's the nearest city. And then I was going to spend a book to manipulate a bunch of stuff, which I still think I might, because it's going to yield me more points. So we're going to take a book to do this, which is going to let us move up dice. We know we're going to score this one, so this is going to go up to 6. That makes that 24, 25, 26. Or if I do this, because 30 is my max, and I'm probably not going to be able to. Well, I'll be able to take a die. I can maybe bump it up, but I probably won't be able to bump it up. So we're going to make this a 5. This or we're going to leave this a 4, actually. Turn this into a 6. Turn this into a 4. I think that might get me the most points, but we'll see. We'll see how that works. Okay. And then our turn is done. They're going to roll and take their last die of the game. So it's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They push this out to get this. That flips over. Solo reward. They're going to go up on the yellow track. Gets them another solo reward. They get to take a card from the offering. And they take it based on the die value, which should be this one. Then they're going to get another solo reward for it being a 1, which gives them an innovation bump. They have no yellow cards on assignment, and they can't construct anything, but they can do this to bump this up. And we're going to add that to their bag. So we kind of hindered them because they didn't have a lot of books to do stuff, and they didn't take any green dice considering that's their preference, which is kind of fascinating. So here we're about to do some cool stuff here. So I think, what do I want to play as my last die value? I was looking for a 2 on here, but I don't see a 2. I can get that gear built, which I'm fine with. We're not going to be able to bump up any higher on that anyway. So I'm going to get this gear built, which is great. I was hoping to play this so I could get this here, but I might have to just move him there. That lets me activate every single... Oh my goodness, that's a crazy ability. That Manchester ability lets me activate... Holy cow, 6 different things. Gain all 6 different workshop bonuses. That would be insane. Okay, how do we want to play that? And what cards can I play if I take anything? So, like, the problem is I'm kind of stuck. I might have to take that 3 because, so I can play something here. So I think we're going to do this. We're going to bump this to here. It's going to get me a book. This is going to come to my board, so I don't activate anything here, but I will play him. This bumps up. This flips over, by the way. This bumps up. I'm going to spend it to get 2 bonuses, and I'm going to get 2 bonuses from this. So the first bonus is going to be this one. Let me go up on a track. This one, I'm going to flip it to pip something up. We're going to pip up. I guess we're going to move up. It doesn't really even matter. I might as well just do this to get the most points I can. So we're going to pip that up here. And then this ability, I'm going to do this to do that again to move up on a track. It lets me get the 2 coal. I get to take this. And then I'm going to take this to go up here. And then so I played my card. I'm going to spend these and this to build a gear. I'm going to place that gear there maybe. That'll score, that'll score, that'll score. So I think that's fine. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, we're going to take their last turn, and then we've got one more turn, and then the game is over. Okay, so this is going to be a 1. It's a green action, finally. So with the green action, they're going to take their disc, they're going to place it on a 4, and they're going to do it based on the objective, but they don't care about the objective. I think just gets them a card. Gain a partner card from the display, the highest value. They'll take this one for 4 points. And then they are up on this, so they'll get another solo reward. This loops around. They get themselves another objective. They're going to take the blue objective. And then they're going to construct this gear. And they're done. Their game is over. All right. So we have a few options here. Now, I was kind of hoping if I get this to place out here and take this action, I can build out this other gear, but I won't be able to finish a line. So it would just it would stop me from losing the 2 points. But I could get this and maybe get a bunch of points from this. So like, if I place the gear here, I can get all different colors. No, because it's gray. Or go here and get the 2 brass. That would give me card draw, which I don't super care about. Anything. These are so low, but all odd dice. All green. So going there, I could get a gear built to stop me from losing 2 points. I know I'm going to get these 2. I don't know that objective is going to matter. I can try to get that objective and move up over there. So I could go and then the green as a blue die. And we're going to spend 1 money to go to Manchester. Our disc is going to come off and go here. It's going to let us get every single one of those rewards. So we're going to get a book, a card draw, and a coal. One of these bonuses, which will give me, I'll take the pip bonus, which will move this up to a 6. 2 card draw. A card and a brass. or a copper, whatever it is. And then a pip, and we'll move this up to a 5. And then I think I got that. I got whatever's on the other side of that. Yeah, I got the book. Then I get to move to another city for free. We'll move to this one and get 2 card draw, and now activate this, which will get me another pip up. And I'll pip up this to a 5. Then I am going to spend a book to do 4 pip ups from this action. To not build a gear because I don't have any gears to build. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 from a 3 to a 6. Because that's not going to really make any difference there. Or do I make this a 5 and make this a 6? I'll do that. Oh, I should have pipped this down. It's just minus, so whatever I increase decreases because of math. And then at the end of the turn, because I did complete this objective, I will get that objective. Okay, I think we're done. And I feel actually pretty good about this. It was mostly because I kind of went into green myself and kind of denied as much as I could. I feel like that's how you're going to have to play against this. Because I've played it to where he like went ham on green and just like annihilated me. So we're going to see what he gets. So from objectives, we didn't get this. We get 10, 20, 23 on objectives. On travel, we're going to get 2, 6 for that one. On lecture, we're going to get 6. We're going to split that and get 2. And then we're going to get 2 more, so 8. On meetings, we're going to get this tile and this tile. He will get this tile, or she will get this tile, and this tile. So I'll give her those in a bit. So on meetings, we're going to score 2 points for every green card, math card, and 2 points for every like whatever other card that is, the red one. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we don't score anything else. So 10. Partner cards, we score 2, 4, 6. Programs, we get 12 because we only got that. 2 adjacents and then all different colors. On completed lines, this is going to be 5 plus 6, which is 11, minus 1 is 10. This is not going to get, we have nothing. This one's going to be 30 plus 2, which is going to be 32, but it caps out at 30. And then this is going to be 12 minus 3, which is 9. We get nothing for this one. This one is going to be 6 plus 6 plus 6, which is 18. And then we don't get this one. So it's a total of 67. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 gears, which is minus 8. Our innovation track is plus 2. Our assignment scoring, we got 8, 2 for this one and 2 for this one, or 2 for each set, so 8. And then our leftover resources, we don't have 10 of stuff, but we have 2 books for 2 points. Give us 136, which is my best score by far. Okay, so we're going to score out the AI. She gets 6, 13 for objectives. For travel, she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because there's 2 discs stacked on top of hers on that one. For lecture, she gets nothing for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points for that. Oh, that's meetings. Sorry, that's meetings. Lecture, she scores just 2. Because we split those points. Partner cards, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. For programs, she gets 12. She didn't really do much over there either. For completed lines, so this would normally score 15, but she actually gets an extra, so this is 16. This one's going to be 21, but she maxed out at 20 because she didn't get past that, so it's going to be 20. She doesn't get this one. This one would normally be 16, but she actually scores an additional one here, so it's 17. No. It's 6 plus 3, which is going to be 9 times 2 is 18. So she gets 18 points from that. This one she scores 15. And then she doesn't get this one here because this didn't get completed, which is 69 total points. For her gears, she gets minus 1, 2, 3, minus 6. For her innovation, she doesn't get any points for that, which is crazy because on green, she never went up there. She's going to get the level 1 for every one of these. She didn't get the level 2. So she does get all these. That gets her 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And then leftover resources, 2 books for 2 points. Her final score is going to be 130 to 136. So I did beat her. Holy cow. Now, I might have made a rules mistake here or there. So, take that for what you will. But this should give you a good idea of what the modular elements add and how they kind of interact with the player's choices. Because having this here being all kinds of different... Like, I think the standard setup for the game kind of like... everything is kind of pre-printed and you kind of like, these are the paths. Like, that's probably your more... Like, obviously it's predetermined or preset on what you can do in like terms of bonuses and how you can chain bonuses together. So really having the different elements of like, okay, so these are the parts here I can go to. What can I utilize here to get stuff? Or like this objective, I can lean in and try to get this objective really quickly or whatever. And then having these here, being able to change up your strategy of like which die to take because you want the bonus really kind of changes that. And then just being able to flip it over and kind of like mess with the other side. And just because of like having a book as one of the things here, you don't have to really... Your books, you can get books like crazy from here. Or having a book be the bonus here. I got 3 books from going up that track. Like, switching those elements around really kind of dictate. You can really drive your strategy in a more kind of like sandboxy way, I think. Now, obviously there's probably an optimal setup for certain things if like you got the right combination of stuff. But just really having that ability to like, okay, like I don't need to mess with Ada Study because I can go up the green track and get books that way. Or I can, use that tile there and get the books. Or I can, I can go up the blue track and manipulate my dice with this being here. Or if this was down here, I could go up this track to manipulate my dice and not worry about taking the study action there. So, or the publish action up there. So, the random elements really, really open this game up into a way that just really elevates it, in my opinion. I don't know, man. This game is really, really special. So, that should give you an idea of how the modular elements add up. There are 2 A's and 2 B's of these tiles for each color. And then for the small ones, there are 3 A's and 3 B's. So you have basically 5 different objectives because the pre-printed ones are available here. Yeah, 1 of each region. So they'll switch up. So if you did all B's and you wanted to do as many print A or something, so you could set them up where you set up some of the ones that are like pre-printed versus not pre-printed, but you have effectively 5 different scorings for each letter for each color. No, I'm sorry, yeah, for each letter for each color, which is crazy amount of objectives you can really mix and match. And that's not to get into like what the bonuses are here or how switching those up. So there's a lot of variability, a lot of different setup combinations that will make this game last a long time and do a lot of different things. So I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. Again, if I made any rules mistakes, please comment those down below. They shouldn't really take away from how the game worked out. Maybe it invalidates my win because I didn't give the bot something or forgot something. But there's a lot of pieces to keep track of. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.